Yo, what? Ooh. Ooh, I got a little spicy there. This looks like a mess. Ha ha. Oh, man. Sup, Big Daddy. Oh, Hazel. How's it going, brother? You enjoying yourself? What are you up to? This It still looks like it's burnt. I got toasted. Hazel, you're doing my job better than I do my job. I swear. I never actually ask anyone to like or subscribe or comment for the most part, and I probably should. It's like because everyone's like, "Oh man, you want to grow," and I'm like, "I do," but I'm also really bad at the whole like selling myself thing. I just kind of see this as it's a hangout. Like we're just chilling, we're just vibing, which is the last couple days I haven't wanted to film or do anything at all. I've been questioning what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And a part of it is just like maybe I'm just supposed to stream and chill and hang out with people. Because I'm sure you guys have watched some of the standalone videos that I do, but sometimes the vibe can get a little preachy. And I don't like when I get a little preachy. It's much better when I'm actually having like an open conversation with multiple people at the same time. Everyone's just, we're shaking and moving. We're all jiving. We're having a great time. So nothing much, man. Just relaxing. What's going on with you, homie? So I am trying to get my first book done by the end of this month. So I've got like a week left. That's mainly what I've been focusing on. And then other than that, what happened to your friend? I miss him. Oh, he's doing great. He's chilling. He's got a lot of work responsibilities though. So it just didn't make too much sense for him to be on filming because some of the topics we touch on may not be workplace appropriate, and he's in sales and negotiations. So at a higher level, he was like, I'm not sure if I can go and have these conversations with these people. And there's a potential that they have seen what we do on the couch. And I'm like, you're acting like it's the backroom casting couch. You're acting like this is a Pornhub thing. It's not a Pornhub thing. Yeah. It's like we're just two grown men that were drinking bourbon with our feet out, having a dope ass conversation. And he was like, yeah, I know, right? I was thinking about that. I was like, what if I just start trolling and I go on Pornhub and I just post like purely motivational videos, but just have some fuck shit thumbnail so they think it's actual porn. And then I'm like, and then I Chris Hansen them. I'm like, come on, just take a seat. Just take a seat right there. Just sit down. We're gonna talk about motivation. That'd be so fucked. I would love that. Oh, hey, Bambi. Bambi, I messaged you on Snapchat and you never even opened it. My feelings are kind of hurt. Oh, Vercingetorix. What's up, my brother? Does he have a platform? I I don't think so. He had his Patreon for maybe like a month or so. I mean, we both created a Patreon, but then I stopped posting there because it just didn't really resonate with me. So I might go back and start posting there again and add that as like a part of the channel because I think for fitness reasons, it would be useful to have that. I could post more fitness related stuff on Patreon and then do like the live streams and stuff on the regular channel. I don't really know what direction I want to take this thing with. Because honestly, like doing all the spiritual material can get a little heavy at times, and it kind of, as opposed to increasing my vibe, it actually decreases it when I'm talking to a camera and not to people. So I'd rather probably do live streaming more so because then it's like a conversation, it's back and forth, and it's a lot more comfortable. Like we've already been here for 6 minutes and there's 7 people in here and we're all talking, we're all chilling. I could be here like every time I live stream, it's like 4 fucking hours. It's crazy work every single time. But I can't do that with just filming myself. I will go insane, and my dog will go insane too. He'll be like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, who are you talking to, brother?" I'm like, yeah. Back in Chicago, good times. How was your weekend, homie? Ooh, are we talking about my? Yes, we are talking about your BF, your boy toy, your favorite man. He's doing really well. I'm probably going to go do, actually, I should probably check. I think we're doing yoga later, but I'm not sure if he's in town. He might be out, but it's just been, it's been difficult. You know, I would love to have him on to film, but it's just like his work schedule. It's a lot for him as well. And it's sort of the, I guess, the ego part of it. There's that issue as well where it's like, oh my god, but people are going to see me online, what are they gonna think? I'm like, yeah, but what if they actually love you? Like what if it's a good thing? It can't be all bad, right? Thank you, Jeffrey. Oh, he is well aware that he's missed. He's well aware. He even like he'll reference it sometimes. He'll be like, "Oh, I was watching one of our old episodes." I was like, "So I know you're still thinking about it, bro. I know you're still thinking about it." Yeah, the journey has been very interesting lately. I've had like a mini crash out this week. This has been my crash out week where I just haven't wanted to do anything because I was looking at like what I've done so far, and a lot of the content I'm like, well, I'm not posting every day. So that tells me that I'm not really in alignment because if I was completely in alignment, I would just be doing instead of trying to do. So it's been a lot of forcing. And so I had to take some time off, I'd say. And also, it's kind of helped me recenter and focus. So I'd probably, I might just like switch over to just doing like fitness and like dating related stuff, like lighter work where I can just be myself completely and just have jokes and crack jokes. Because sometimes when I step too much into the whole like, I don't want to say the Jesus vibe, but doing the whole spiritual stuff and always trying to be motivational, always trying to be upbeat, it almost beats me down too much because I'm like forcing it through. Right, Meretricious? Like, yeah, everyday forcing, it's just like it's painful. But like the thing is, if I do something like dating or fitness related, it is literally second nature for me. And I still get to help people and it's not preachy. So I'm probably gonna try and get this book finished up, get it released. I got another buddy that's working on some t-shirts, so that's gonna be cool. So just kind of changing the vibe around a little bit. Uh, Instead of trying to force out work, it's going to be just doing things I enjoy more so instead of trying to force myself into a mold, because I don't actually understand what I'm supposed to be doing entirely. To be blunt, I don't think anybody does though. And if they do, I seriously, I want whatever they're drinking, whatever that juice is. Oh, he's taken. Damn, thought he was single. Who are we talking about? Eric and I are both single. Oh, Bambi. My name's Brian. Yeah. You can it's Brian Duffy. Cuz I actually have my name on my Instagram. I used to go by that. I've switched my YouTube name at least 5 times. I keep changing it depending on the vibe, depending on the mood, depending what I need to learn at that time in life. I just keep fucking moving around everywhere. Ah! All right. Thank you, Azelle, for the comment. Happens, bro. We're human. Nobody's perfect. You're doing great, man. I love your sense of humor, personality, and ability to be goofy. It means a lot. You have a great body. You and your friend come to the city and let's get coffee soon. I would love to. We're gonna have to figure out how to coordinate that. So I'm not sure I want to put my number in the chat. That would be questionable. But I can leave it on one of those like delete immediately after comments or something. That would work. Or I think I have my email on my website, which speaking of that, I need to update my website because holy fuck, that thing is a shit show. Let's have some fun real quick. Let's see what it looks like. So you guys can cry as well as me. I'll have to make an Insta for you, or yes, where's your site? I'm opening it right now. Hopefully it's still here. When I first started, I made this thing and oh my God, dude, it is sus. Oh God, this hurts. Oh, look at this. This is so painful. Yes. Yes. All right, let me share this screen. Oh. Okay, gotta make sure all the tabs are closed. This is select the tab to share. This one. How do I share this one? No, brother. Fucking technology. Okay. Hopefully this is the correct screen. All right. So this is the website. The journey started, and I was King Duffy. And I don't think anyone for the first couple months went to the website at all. So I changed the name because for a while it was like, it kind of seemed like I was punching down almost like, hey, follow my advice. Take it. Take this advice and shove it down your throat. And it wasn't a good vibe. So then I changed, but I already had the website set up. And the whole purpose of it is like King's Ascension. It's for selling guides, coaching, products, which I don't have any of those currently. Because yeah, I took so I did have a nutrition guide that I had released, but to be completely blunt, I've learned so much since that okay, let me see if this is King's Ascension. See, I don't even know how to get the little thumbnail thingy. There we go. What's the Snapchat, homie? Let me see real quick. I might have deleted it again. Yeah, I just download it and then I delete it all the time. Because every time I open up Snapchat, I'm just like bombarded with ass cheeks. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening to me? Stop pushing these stories down my throat. I don't need to see this. That's okay. I'll re-download it again. I think it's B Dufficus. I had a phase when I was a kid where I was obsessed with Rome, as most young children are at some point. They're obsessed with either like trains, trucks, airplanes, or the greatest empire to ever exist. And they go down the emperor and the gladiator rabbit hole. And so everything to me became an Icus. I thought I was Spartacus, and then I called myself B Dufficus. And I thought I was cool. It is pretty cool though. Sus, lol. What's the Snapchat, brother? Okay, I gave you that one. Just post an old video. Yeah, no, I feel you, Vercingetorix. With my old vibe had a very pompous air to it, which, like, looking back, I want to say I understand why it was like that, because I had left like my old career, my old job, and I was more so towards the top while I was there. So then shifting identities into what I was like new doing. I was a newbie at making videos, but I still had that pompous air, like I was somebody because of what I was doing before that. And so like that would kind of like transcend through what I was working on at all times. It was just like something in my aura. And it wasn't necessarily always toxic. Like when I was a manager, I wasn't like an asshole to everybody, but I also had the ability to just kind of like shut people up with my eyes alone. I would just stare at them or give them like a quick glance, and they would get like the whole like, oh, he wants me to shut the fuck up vibe, which is not always toxic in the work zone, because you sometimes have to like cut the conversation in order to get stuff done. And working in an office environment, there was a lot of ladies in there. It was just constant bullshit. Oh my God. I think I snapped you. Bambi, how do you think these things? You just do these things. All right. Let me see real quick. And yeah, we love self-awareness here. Are you saying the old vids for like me being kind of a douche? It was almost like I was playing a character, but I didn't realize it. Like going back and looking at the old vids, it was absolutely wild. I was like, who is this man? Like, somebody come get their man. Somebody, please. Like, this man, he's out of control. But I would have a lot of fun. So it did feel kind of like a character. But then I noticed as I got too much into the more serious vibes and the more serious topics, like my demeanor would change. And whenever my demeanor gets more serious, then it's less fun and it's not from source any longer. Like I can't do what I need to do and be the best version of myself and be serious at the same time. I think that's more so what I've been struggling with the most in my life is I'm way too serious because that's how I was kind of raised, was to be a serious person, take everything seriously, focus, 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 focus. And that doesn't really, yeah, I don't think that works anymore. Doesn't really jive with me. Yeah. No, okay. So I'm sharing the screen. So maybe we can have a little fun here. Oh, God. Where did my mouse go? I got to make sure there's no like flagrant dick pics just hanging out on my computer. That would be absolutely insane of me. But you never know these days, guys. Come on. I just transfer videos over all the time. But there's one in particular that I need to find so I could show you guys. This is the only video that I took down because I was like, there ain't no fucking way I was supposed to make this. It was, oh, where are you? Oh, yes. God, dude. All right. All right. Can you guys see this? Oh wait, no. How do I share? No, I want to share that picture. Come on. Oh my god. You guys are going to love this. This is probably the most unhinged video I did, called Thoughtocracy. And I just went off for like 40 minutes straight on modern dating culture and, and women. I love that shit. It was so fucking funny, but it was absolutely unhinged. And a part of me is like, is this the shit I need to get back to? Just not caring at all? Just unhinged, unleashing the glizzy gobbler? Ain't gonna get a lot done hoeing like that. Or making fun of Taylor Swift and how she's been singing about bad boyfriends for like 15 years. I'm like, yo, maybe you're the problem. Or selling bathwater, endless amounts of drinking, fuckery, the dating apps, how everyone's got all these boyfriends at once, all these girlfriends at once. Yeah, but the reason I took it down is because I was a little too unfair to the ladies, because a lot of guys do the same things that they do. We just have a different way of doing it, I guess. Like, I'm not getting taken out on multiple dates by women. However, I can still, like, because I'm a guy, because I have the privileges that kind of offers, I can talk to whoever I want and no one can really tell me otherwise. Now, I don't go out of my way to have a bunch of conversations with women I'm interested in. I don't do that because I think that's a little disingenuous, but I will talk to anyone. So I could be a little harsh in some of these older videos where I'm saying like, damn, all these women be hoes out here. And they're really just doing the best they can at wherever they're at in their life. Because, like, let's be real, if a guy comes up and he asks you out and he says, hey, I want to take you out on a date, you're not going to like turn him down. But then it's very easy to like incel yourself and be like, oh, but you should have been waiting the entire time for your Prince Charming. He was on his way. Don't you know? He was on his way. And you're like, nah, I didn't see him. I saw the guy that was offering to take me out to get some Mexican food. So I'm going to go get some Mexican food and probably a spicy margarita. Because spicy margaritas are fucking gas. And then if Prince Charming eventually shows up, oh, well, all right, cool. You're finally here. Thank you. Oh. Right. So some of the earlier content, I think, was a little, I would project outwards because I was single at the time. And I was like, I just don't understand this dating game. Why are all these glizzies getting gobbled, but not mine? What is happening? I recognize that self-righteous Sagittarius vibe. Okay. That is so true though. Like, are all Sagittarius kind of extra, Christine? By the way, I looked at the astrology report that you sent and have absolutely no idea what a lot of that stuff means. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Like the degree system, is there some like resource that you learned from for what all that stuff means? I think that would be a cool little project in the future to like look up and start teaching myself some of those things. Let's see here. Let's see if I can bring that up. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'll figure this out some other time. Well, I'll have to look at that. So. You don't understand the straight world? I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's too much to like get. It's pretty straightforward, but it's just like our culture has thrown a wrench in dating to a point where it seems overcomplicated. But like in actuality, it's so simple, but we overcomplicate it. Like our ego minds just completely fucking ruin single dating. Like I think gay dating would be so much more extra if all the rom-coms made by Hollywood were made for the gays instead of the straights, and like Hollywood just left the straights alone. But because we get targeted so much, and I'm not saying like, obviously I would love shows for all of it because some of the zesty seasons are the best seasons. On like, I'm trying to remember the show. Was it Love Island? They did an entire, or maybe it's Are You the One? They did an all gay season. That shit was so wild. So it was so extra all the time, which was incredible. Yeah, but if you want to understand straight culture, I recommend watching Love Island. Yeah, I guess that's my point more so, Christine, is like it almost seems like our dating culture is degenerated to the level of whatever the pop culture says it should be and whatever we see online. So we hear all these stories about how, everyone's dating everyone, and you see these celebrities that they're doing it and how they're acting. And since they're famous and since they're, popular, people follow that. and then it just kind of bleeds through and trickles down throughout everybody else in one way or another. But then there is no. I'm agreeing with you. Are you saying that there aren't games or that there are games? Because I'm saying that there are a lot of games that we play for no reason. Like, we enjoy playing these games. Are you saying like purely Western culture? Because I haven't been abroad. To be honest, I don't even think I understand straight culture. I've just accepted every experience is what I make of it. That's kind of how I'm feeling at this point. It is what it is. Not every single person that you meet is like your forever ever after, which is what I used to think, which is why I would avoid dating entirely, because I was like, oh my God, if it's not my wife, it's a waste of time. It's kind of hard to figure out what that is if you're not willing to date and go through some of the processes. But other than that, I'm pretty good at like putting a stop on most of the stupid dating activities, or at least what I deem as being stupid. Where it's just like the endless, like going out and like always having to do something. It's so weird because you're present when you're in a relationship, like you're there with somebody else, you're experiencing something with somebody else, but then you're always almost chasing something outside of yourselves, even though you have somebody else like right there with you. It's like if I'm single by myself, I'll do hermit mode, so I like won't go outside of myself searching for something to fulfill me within. I'll try and just be that version. I'll go out in nature. I'll just breathe. I'm just present. I'm grateful for it. But the second I get into a relationship, or what I've seen with a lot of relationships, is there's always this goalpost that never is reached. It's always moving for like, hey, but we have to go do this, and then we have to go do this, and then this, and then and it's just like it's so much. It's just a lot. I'm like, yo, why? Are you the one was peak TV, especially? Oh, Are You the One was peak TV, especially the whole season of Gay and Bi People. It was so extra fun. That's what I'm saying. Is I think Are You the One? That's the one where they have like the lights and they have to like find their perfect match, right? I love all those type of shows. Those are great. Especially when somebody finds their perfect match and then they're just like, nah, I'm not going to go with this. And they just try and ruin it for everybody else. I'm like, that is an entirely another level of degeneracy. Like, this other person is not my match, but I'm going to still keep clapping their cheeks. And that is exactly what's going on with culture right now, where it's like, I know I shouldn't do it, but it feels so good. And you know, the closer you are to dying is the most you ever feel alive. So very interesting. No, I haven't traveled much, but you can see how people are pretty much all the same in one of a few iterations. I would agree with that. Like the archetypes, like across pretty much anyone, any culture. I'm just more so wondering like dating traditions that are outside of like the United States. I I don't want to be that guy that says US is like different on everything, but I mean, we're kind of different in a way. Like there's the West and then there's like Americanized versions of shit. And I don't want to believe the rest of the world is as degenerate as we are when it comes to like the filthing around on Tinder and all the dating apps and like our dating tendencies and how toxic we can be. And then maybe that's just programming, but like when I think of Eastern cultures, it just more so seems like they understand like the nuclear family and like wanting to have somebody to spend your time with and be present with. Oh, and Grinder too. I've never been on Grinder. That would be wild. That'd be a fun live stream for sure. I just make a Grinder account and just go on there and swipe. That would be so mean though to all the gay guys. Same here. Just keep reminding myself eternity exists in every present moment. It's been interesting. That's I mean, yeah. It's definitely been interesting. That's kind of what I've been trying to step into the last few days, taking time away is like, all right, if eternity and everything exists within the present moment, then that means there's the highest version of myself in another realm that I can access, that I can pull back or pull down or transcend up to know what I'm supposed to be doing and how to be and how to spend my time, how to be the best version of myself, best human possible. But it's difficult when you're trying to do that and spend so much time doing that because then you're ignoring entirely the 3D world. And so like the anxiety still hits because you're not like doing anything. And that's it's just been like a stress bomb, which has been nice. I love that. Thank you for saying that, Christine. Because this is it kind of has felt like a sacred pause where a lot of things are moving, but it's okay for me not to move for a couple days type thing. Um, I even have a guy, so I was talking to him, he's from the gym. He wanted to come over and film later. So I would do an after hours multi-hour podcast potentially later, but I was debating whether I wanted to even do it or not. Like, what would I talk about? And kind of going back to like Christine and what she's talking about with the present moment is it doesn't really matter. I need to stop thinking about it and fearing about it because that's just it's a present moment. So I'll just be present and whatever presently happens is the beauty that people actually want out of life. Well, Christine, you'd have to fly up here or fly down here or drive in here. It's going to be on the couch. I'm going to invite him over. That'd be dope though. Like down the road, just have like a huge gathering. Just relax. Everybody's in there. We're all just chilling. Throw on a camera. Just ignore the fact the camera even exists. Be like, hey, we're just going to have a conversation. Because I did like when I filmed those with Eric. Like we would talk about it beforehand and the vibe that we would want to approach the conversation with was always just presence. We're like, we want this to be a safe space, like realistically a safe space where anyone can join in. You can all laugh. We can have fun. We can joke around. You can get wild in the comments. It's a good time. And it's like, it's not too deep. So like everyone's invited. It's very inclusive. any color, any creed, any sexuality. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, hey, we're all just chilling on the fucking couch. That's what we're doing. So who knows? Maybe doing that later is a good idea. Probably is. Seeing as he asked and then he's followed up multiple times. Like, hey, we doing this? Like, I know I should. I keep having those synchronicities pop up where it's like, have more people on the couch. Just invite people over and talk to them. It makes it a lot easier. And then you could just post that content. People would love that. Okay, let me see some of these. Meretricious. That's part of why I think I am more interested in just making and maintaining solid friendships. That's where love is to me. After last week, that's reaffirmed for me. Yeah. I would say because you were out at that event and just reading up on the event, it seems like it was one of those like super loving, open, accepting sort of vibes where you meet a lot of first time you're meeting somebody, but it's like you've known them for your entire lifetime because of their openness level and how loving they are, like solid friendships where it's not necessarily platonic, but like the ones that are platonic where it's just like, hey, I don't need anything from you and you don't expect anything from me, but we're both here together and we're having a fantastic fucking time, cracking jokes, just being. I like those friendships where it's not like a job at all. Finally made a live and I see a chick with hot dogs on the screen, Lamau. Shane, did you expect anything less? You may have actually been one of the few that saw that video too. I think it was one of the ones that I took down almost immediately. It had like 30 views. But that shit, yeah, I would have got crucified for it. Really bad. Oh. But it was one of those nice ones where it was like I felt better after making it because talking through some of the shit that I said out loud and then rewatching it again by myself to edit it, it makes you kind of retrospect on your own consciousness and how you view life. Oh. Anthropology varies from region to region, but you have to remember that there's a level of freedom here that allows for these variables. Facts. I mean, we are very free. Like this country is incredibly blessed, especially living like somewhere like a Chicago or middle of the country. Like we're right around a big city. There's referring to the dating. That's what I'm saying too. Like men and women are both like pretty much equal and free here, which is perfect. That's how it should be. But because of that, like we all go out everywhere. There's so many different opportunities and experiences that we can share with one another. And so there's a whole different level to dating that may not be present in other cultures and places around the world. Like think about nightclubs. I mean, do they have nightclubs everywhere? I'm assuming that they have some variant of it, but like it's like straight prostitution at some of these places. It's very strange. Dating is an interesting time. That's for sure. Be there in 5, Christine. Are you gonna phase shift in? I'm down with that. I think we would have a baller time. We get very spiritual. The guy I'm gonna invite over later, he is a screamer, so a vocalist for a band. And that should be a lot of fun. I was going to ask him some questions about source and where he gets his sort of alignment from in order to create music. Like, does he hear the symphony prior to writing it down? Or do you just keep writing down random notes until something sticks? And I want to drill into that answer because I think for the most geniuses throughout time, like the musical geniuses, like the Bachs and the Mozarts, Beethovens, like those type of guys, the Chopins, they all could hear the music before they actually wrote anything down. I believe it was Albert Einstein who said he had some of his best thoughts while he's playing the violin. So it's interesting to me the impact that music has on the brain, especially on the right side of the brain, and with our creative expression. So that should be fun. Wait, Shane, what was your experience 2 days ago? Not sure if it was a synchronicity or not, but it was very interesting. Yeah, yeah, Jeffrey. It's what I'm saying, right? Isn't that weird? He was already definitely wrote all the good stuff. So like where did he would have to like internally hear it? He would have to like cosmically understand it to an extent. It's kind of like when like you can hear a song. Like if you listen to music enough, you can hear a song playing inside your head without actually having a speaker near you. You can like hear the lyrics, you can hear the beat, you can hear the drums, all that stuff. Versus Jax, are you trolling right now? He put a tuner to his lobe to sense the vibrations. Vibe is not high enough. Will return later to write masterclass symphony. I can imagine. That's what the conversation would be like. No, that's what I'm saying. He heard them, but like an internal. It's kind of like a mind movie. Like it's all on the inside. I'm not sure if it was like a meditative space. I'm not sure if he was just zenned out. I don't know. I haven't researched it enough, but I think a lot of musicians have that where it's they go out somewhere into like nature or they're hopped up on something where they get into a different headspace and it just flows through them. It doesn't come to them. It just like they just feel the vibration of the perfect song. Like it's already created. It never was it needs to be created. Like most of what we do as humans, it seems like we're doing something. It seems like we're working, but all of this is already done in the first place. We just have to step into the shoes of the person that already had done it in a sense. Sounds weird, but like I've noticed like when I ask God for like assistance on a certain video or a certain topic when I'm not having my crash out modes uh and he'll actually like come and speak through. He makes things much easier. It's like I almost hear something and it just flows through. That I'd imagine it's very similar for music or science or any venture in life if that's what you're supposed to be doing. He would clamp a stick between his teeth and press it against the piano frame, allowing him to feel vibrations through his jawbone. Good Lord. See, I did not know that part. That sounds insane. So he was like a vibration master. That's crazy. Holy shit. All right, let's go back to Shane real quick. I was walking my dog and I live in the middle of the city. I passed these two people twice, and both times neither of them made room for me to pass on the sidewalk, which I found rude. Kind of pissed me off. I toured an apartment later that I might move to, and turns out those two people worked at the apartment building. I was like, what the fuck? What are the odds? I would that is kind of strange. It's almost like because when something negative happens, there's usually like a reason for it, and not on that like spiritual bypassing where it's like, oh, there's a reason for everything. But like if people are rude and you see them multiple times, it's kind of like your reality is saying like, hey, take note maybe of this. And then these people will be around where you are thinking of maybe looking to go. So maybe it's the apartment building that's like the universe trying to protect you. Or maybe it's also an opportunity for you to, I don't know, did you say hi to them? Did you greet them at all? Or were you doing the walk where you almost act like nobody else exists? I do this sometimes where I'm just like, oh, fuck. I'm like, please stay away from me. Don't talk to me. Get away. I could see it maybe as like one of those things. Or it's just, you know, shit happens. But when you see people twice, it's usually a reason. Like I kind of get it every single day, depending on when I wake up. There's a different group of conversations that I could have when I go out on a walk. And so that kind of is like my sign from the universe to get up at certain hours of the day so I can have the better conversations. Because the later I go out are not the ones that I want to be having. Like the 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock walk is completely different from the 6 o'clock to 7:30 o'clock, which is completely out of left field. But hey, we're just here. We're vibing. He's already an expert in sound, so he had the awareness and audio imagery from a lifetime of dedication to the craft. I genuinely wonder if we have geniuses like that today at this to the same extent because of technology. Or if there's going to be like a new level of genius that's created due to all this additional technology we have now, where there's going to be like one man bands that create like they just don't have the resources. Yeah, like because of the lack of resources, they had to like learn so much more, I'd almost say. Like they had to be completely in alignment with source because there wasn't like you couldn't outsource your consciousness to anything else. That's why like when I look at somebody like a Shakespeare or something, I would say they're one of the greatest authors of all time, or like an Edgar Allan Poe, because back then there aren't just like you can't just Google search what a word means. So a lot of the people back in the day had a much more complex dialect than we do nowadays because they had to actually memorize and understand and learn words and write things. And now it's like you can fucking type out half a sentence and then click tab or enter or whatever it is, and it completes it for you. And it's insane to me. Like, yeah, I agree. I love luck. Hey, Pam. That is currently what I'm trying to get out of, is fight or flight mode. I've been in it for a couple days. And it's been messing with my source, and especially my third eye, like seeing things. It's made it more difficult. So I'm almost using like this conversation and talking with you guys to like help turn it back on. All right. Catch you later, Jeffrey. Okay, wait. I was going to check these two from Shane. I think in that moment, the lesson was not to take something like that so seriously, not let it affect me. Yeah, I was just kind of walking with my AirPods in my ear. Then yeah, I kind of feel you. Like that's why I almost avoid the city sometimes, even like downtown in the more urban areas outside of the city. I notice there's just I don't want to put negativity out there into the universe, but there are some souls that it just seems like they're very unconscious with how they walk and sort of carry themselves through life. Where it's just like, oh, you don't see anybody else on this road in front of you, and they're just like swerving in and out, or they walk and you could be talking with somebody and they'll walk directly in between you instead of going around you. I've noticed there's a lot of that, which is it is what it is. I always wonder if that's just my own psyche, my own projection creating that, because I'm choosing to see it instead of just like, hey, that person could just be on the phone, or they really have to get somewhere. They're not really paying attention too much because they're caught in their own present moment, their own present experience, and it's not that deep all the time. And like they're not trying to cut you off, they're not trying to be rude, but they're just going through their own day and their own experience. I try and always bring myself back to that, but it's difficult sometimes. Where I'm just like, dude, fuck this guy. I'm like, why do you keep cutting me off, brother? Why do you keep walking in front of me? I feel like you are spiting me to walk this slow. Or my big pet peeve is when I'm at the gym and there's somebody that is like they're having a conversation going up the stairs and they're walking at like a quarter speed. Like if you go on YouTube and you watch a video and you like cut the speed down to a quarter speed, imagine watching me on a 30-minute video that the video now takes 2 hours because you're deciding to slow it down. That gets to me as well. I'm just like, come on. Then again, you got to bring it back. Like, is this a lesson from the universe that I should just be more present and show patience? Because whatever time I show up, as Gandalf said, I mean, a wizard is neither early nor late. He arrives precisely when he means to. And it's kind of the same with life. Like, wherever you show up, it's the present moment. So, like, wherever you are at the moment is where you're supposed to be. And just having some level of patience. But patience, hard for me sometimes. Hey, Cristiano. Thank you, brother, man. That means a lot. I haven't messaged you back yet. I always think about that because I'm really bad with social media. Like because I post there, but I only check messages like once a day because otherwise I get lost in the sauce. And like I don't know. It's like one of my toxic traits I got to deal with. I got to get better at is being more social online. I guess it just seems weird. Like, am I the only one? Raise a hands here in the chat. Is anyone? What the fuck is on my hand? Does anyone think how weird it is that we have so much connectivity to everyone that like talking online all the time is like a normal thing? Like even this is insane. Think about the concept of like, back in the day, there's 8 people in the chat plus me, so 9 people. You'd have to have somewhere where you're going. This would be a very long table. This would be a pretty big table, and we're all there together having a conversation. But nowadays, it's just like we're supposed to just intuitively just, this is okay. This is what we're doing all the time. So much connectivity. It's it drains on me sometimes. Light, love, and gratitude to all gathering together with love in love. Thank you kindly for creating a safe space for all of us. Royal stars bearing good fruit. Thank you. Yeah, we got some stars in here for sure right now. Pamela, you would absolutely love Cristiano. He might be one of the most positive human beings I've ever met. Like an angel. Little tip, because you've given us tips all good. I hear it's best to have patience, not overuse. Just looking through all these emojis, I love it. I don't even have these emojis in my phone. Like the eagle is sick. Also, these are like upgrade. These are like 5D emojis. Why is there so much detail on your grapes? Like, that's crazy. It's very odd people have access to you 24/7 and the dopamine burnout can be severe in excess. Yeah, that's probably more so what the last couple of days have been. It's just a complete burnout of dopamine from too much internet, too much time on it, too much worrying, too much posting. Because every time you post, it's cool. Like I love getting notifications, but I have my notifications turned off for everything. But like when I go in there and let's say my original thought was, hey, I wanted to look up this certain video by another creator that's talking about a topic that I find interesting. But then I open up my YouTube app and I see that there's notifications and there's comments on the videos. So now I go down and go to all those videos, and then those videos start playing in the background while I'm answering or responding to all the nice comments. And so it's kind of like over time, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying because I had a incomplete thought, over time your brain remembers all those incomplete thoughts and kind of like throws them in a storage bin in the back of your mind or however you want to see it, and they have to get worked through at some point. Like you have to take your thoughts to completion, otherwise you're going to start getting destroyed by like your internal chatter, because they will come back and they want to be expressed. Every thought that you have, if it's an incomplete thought, it needs to be completed or it needs to be expressed and manifest into the 3D realm. And so I think that's sort of what's been fucking me up, is I have a lot of incomplete thoughts because my attention keeps going everywhere all at once. And I'm trying to stay focused. Imagine living in a town of 40 and you're just vibing all your life. If 20 people turned up for your talk, you'd be thrilled. That's half the town. Now people don't get 1 million views video and they freak out. That's huge facts. That's huge facts. That's how I was when I, even looking at retrospect, the first, I think, probably 2 months I posted, I didn't get above like 30 views, which even then, if you think about it, 30 views, that's a lot of people. That means 30 people took time out of their day to sit there and watch something you created, which is pretty fucking cool. But then, yeah, you get lost in the sauce because then you're like, oh, I want to get paid for it. I want to be seen, and this being seen part's not as important, but I guess it's more so the validation through currency exchange, because I see currency as energy. So when you receive it, it's kind of like the universe telling you like, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing the right thing. And so kind of getting lost in the sauce for a while where you're like, oh, well, I need millions of people to watch it. Otherwise there won't be any of that. And then you're not doing it for the right intentions anymore, which is, to help people be present, be a safe space, have like an actual good vibe around you. So when people join the call, like I want this to be one of those zones where people like can come in and they're like, oh, like they might think I'm an idiot right off the bat, which rightfully so. I'm kind of a dumbass. But because of that, then they can laugh at me and it will brighten up their day. It will break any cycle they're currently in. Just with some positivity, which would be awesome. They're YouTube specific emojis for live chat. What? What? Ain't no fucking way. What? I don't even know what this thing is. It looks like it's like a little baby monkey drinking coffee. Maybe. Okay, let me scroll back up. Each emoji tells at least 10 words. So I'm trying to read through yours and figure out exactly what you're saying. Like intuitively feel it. Like pray for the sun so your heart may rise to the crown chakra, and then a star. I'm guessing star is like the Christ consciousness, high levels of energy coming in, and then the grapevine, like the Father's vine, bearing the people's fruit. Or what is that saying? You'll know them by the fruit. And the sun increases love like a pink heart, and then a dove for peace. And then that will flood over the world. So peace flooding over the world. And then an eagle, probably symbolizing freedom of the heart with the sun. So maybe that's like Christ consciousness ish again. Love, bells ringing, music, symphony up into the ETs. So higher consciousness up. So praying up. Yeah, I mean, you could create a massive story endlessly. What I just said could be completely so wrong, so off base. All right, I have 0% notifications, prevents addictions. If I connect, it's with intention and patience. Resolve the dissonance. I like that. No, Cristiano, that's kind of how I have to be with the same is like I want to post, I want to help do whatever. Make videos. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just be present and just relay the messages I receive. But what I've been going through as of late and recently has been there's almost so much static that it is thrown a wrench in me to the point where I can almost barely function. Like I'll call it a success to just get out of the house and go to the gym for the day. Like that is a success for me for the day if I'm in that bad of a mood. Just like getting out and going and being present and just smiling with other people. You know what's crazy is I missed the comment where Christine said that was the best explanation of ADHD, and I can't remember what I had even said. So I am the living ADHD. Of course, I'd want millions to see you and engage with you, but the insanity occurred from engagement desperation or worse, engagement farming, where folks water down their contents, pacify it for mass appeal. Yeah. No, it's like that's part of it. Because don't you have to sort of water down what you do in order to get like a mass appeal? Because most people are not going to be, or maybe that's just like a blockage that I have. But I would, from my life, it's like I'm not everyone's cup of tea. But if I were to like water down my personality, then it would be easier for other people to enjoy the flavor. But being your boldest, strongest version of yourself is where the actual magic of life is. So, but I'm okay with that. I like the six viewers and like smaller chats because this chat I can't even fucking keep up with this chat. You guys see like how bad I am at doing this? But yeah, passive followers and no real engagement sounds awful. Whereas this is like highly preferred because there's enough where it's like we're always chatting, there's something to talk about. But if it was like bullet streaming past, I would lose my mind probably very quickly. Because I'd be like, fuck, dude. Like how am I supposed to respond and talk to any of this? I'm not very present because I'm reading all this other stuff that's already happened and just jumping back and forth. All right. Let it go and it will flow and boomerang back to you multiplied. Such good advice, Pam. I just gotta like let it rip. I'm gonna text that guy and be like, hey, we're gonna film later. Okay. No excuses. I know I don't feel the best, but you know what make me feel better is filming something absolutely filthy, slapping the After Hours title on it, getting a little weird, getting a little strange on the couch. Toes are coming out. It's going to be ruthless. Probably going to roast everybody, but that's why it'll be fun. Brian, I filmed a reading for TikTok, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think it might be relevant to your situation. I'll upload it to YouTube too. Usually I don't tell anyone to watch my readings, but the synchronicity is interesting. I have a feeling that it's very much so same energy because we're both Saggies, both Saggy babies. There was another reading I saw that popped up. It was like a short, and it was saying like about a lot of anxious energy and just stagnant energy and the necessity of like slowing down and kind of like a sacred pause. And then you said sacred pause. That's been popping up a lot more. It's like the universe is telling me like, bro, it's okay to chill. it's okay. It's fine. Jose David, how's it going, bro? I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing? I love all those emojis, Pam. Love everywhere present, grounding, trees, water, sun. See, in a perfect world, I would love it if I could just like Thanos snap and all of us were like in a village, like all like-minded people, and we're all just like chilling all the time. Do you imagine if you didn't have to like post anything online? You're just surrounded with people that you can just enjoy the present moment with. Like you don't have to take out your phone to film something because there's somebody that is enjoying it and understands it to the same depth that you do that's right next to you all the time. That would be like perfect world. Like that tribalism. That'd be so much fun. I mean, it'd be so much fun until you run out of toilet paper and you have to like, rub your ass with poison ivy. But, there's pluses and minuses to everything in life. Itchy butt crack. It's kind of a positive sometimes if you look at it that way. Big respect. Summer exhaustion is no joke. Show love to yourself for all you do. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Dude, is the heat getting to you guys? Christiana, I thought you said it was like it's in the 90s over by you, right? And I don't know where you live, Christine, but yo, Illinois is cooking. Burning up. Whew. Right. Unity, freedom, Christ consciousness, space cowgirl rides again. Higher planes of learning, consciousness, vibrations, frequencies. Nature nurtures, nurture, nature helps. That's such great advice. And the first thought that popped in my head, literally the second I read nurture nature, is it's hot as fuck and I'm sweating, but I have tomato and green pepper plants outside and they're probably suffering. So I should probably water them and give them some love. And then they will love me back by giving me delicious tomatoes. And it's just like an exchange of energy, but just like not get caught up. Like I've noticed that with like the heat and all the energy in the world kind of going on and everything right now. It's just like the technology aspects are stressful. Very stressful. Oh, it's going to be matted down like crazy. Whew. I think the little guy, he's thinking about going out. Hey. I just saw Dip Aslip join. I've been indoors, AC on 52 degrees, heat definitely getting to me. Brother, holy. Yo, that's crazy. Having on 52, that has to feel so good. Because the sweat is just like this shirt is wet. This is wet. And you can even see it, like how it's a different color up here and it starts changing. It's not because it's dirty, it's because it's getting sweat logged. it's just been like that almost every day. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, please, can we get a little reprieve here? I mean, my body, I love it. I love sitting out in the sun, doing yoga. It feels great. But that heat really takes a toll. Oh, thanks, Christian. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with this hair. I really don't want to cut it because this is the first time I've ever grown out long hair, and I just know if I cut it short again, I'm gonna never want to go through the ugly phase of the hair growth. Would I fit in with the surfer bruss? Like, what's up, bruss? What's going on, dudes? You guys want to hang out? Huh? Do some long hair mustache man activities with me? Go catch a wave, my boys? Yeah, exactly. Just surfing the waves. Nah, you still got that Midwest dialect. I would get made fun of so quickly because I don't know any of the slang. Mustache you a question. But, sir, mustache you a question. It's past the ugly stage, but I made a huge mistake. Didn't brush it for a while when I was sick. Now I have huge matted knot like a sausage mat that just won't give on my crown. Woo! Whoa! That sounds painful. I don't know how to solve that one because I'm still one of those like I'll buy a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1 hair product. Like I should be better about it, but I'm not. But yeah, definitely brush that hair. I'll go through and it like I get crazy knots every single day in it. I knew Christine would say some shit. I saw you saying some shit before I said it. I was like, all the guys are gonna be like, "Yep, he's onto it. He knows that 3-in-1, that shit's lit." And Christine's like, "Oh hell no, dirty fucker! Learn how to take care of your hair. You probably have split ends. It's dry. You're gonna get dandruff. Yeah, probably." Degrease your kitchen with it while you're at it. I mean, can you use it for that? Because I'll use it for that. I was actually cleaning my kitchen today. I've just been like cleaning the whole house. Because I was like, you know what? If I'm not gonna like post or do anything, I'm just do something productive. They always say godliness is close to cleanliness, right? Because it does feel good when you clean. Like I don't necessarily always enjoy the process and starting cleaning, but it feels good, especially for me doing like bathrooms. I've always resonated well with I don't want to say shit stains, but like dirty bathrooms and things that you can clean almost with a like a sponge or a toothbrush. I like to toothbrush clean my toilets. And just like really getting in there and you see the process and the progress the whole time and like how every stroke has its place. And it's kind of, it brings you back into that present moment. It feels real fucking nice. I'm ignoring chat because I know you guys are just, why you bully me? Why you bully me? Brian, you a 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, and consciousness combo bottle, the gallon bottle. Brother Cristiano, if there is a shampoo that will magically raise my consciousness, I would be drinking it. They would need a warning on that thing like they put on Tide Pods for what I would be doing to that. I would be basking in it. I would endlessly be bathing. Love that shit. I'll make you some oil for your hair. That is something I should probably look into because I've had an oil. So I had an oil massage one time for like an oil scalp massage. And I gotta say, that was probably some of the best feeling hair and scalp I've had for the next couple like hours, and especially like the day after is incredible. Bathe in Epsom salt baths. Importante. I have not done an Epsom salt bath. Is that just like any brand will do it for you? So I think I see like the tea brand. Let me look it up real quick. I should buy some Epsom salts right now. Epsom salts. I have bath bombs. Dr. Teal's. Dr. Teal's. That's the one that I was thinking about. That one always looks good. Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom. It's got magnesium in here. What other things you got in here? I'm trying to get weird. Give me some fruity ass flavors. That's what I want. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's way too much information. Epsom salts. There we go. Okay. Oh. Toothpaste. Just add that to the list as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me shopping real quick. Nice. Critically successful. Okay. Oh yeah. See, I'm just not even going to check my phone. The first notification I saw, I don't like when Google does this because they tell you everything that's going on. But it says, so did anybody else hear Hulk Hogan apparently also went? Is that factual or is that the internet lying to us? But Ozzy, now Hulk. What else we got going the rest of this year? The bingo card's about to get spicy. Spicy. Very, very spicy spice. Things no longer getting used. That fresh, clean air. Ooh. Massive clear out of things. I feel you on that, Cristiano. I've been kind of like cleaning up the house and just trying to scrub away all this stuff. And like, I haven't given it a pure, like full, deep cleansing clean. I think since I like moved in, I'll do a lot of like the regular floors and just vacuuming and the dust work. But as far as like a pure, like full mopping into, Swiffer up everything, make sure it's all clear, and then you vacuum, and then you clean everything through with a sponge, and then you dry it with, the towels, and like that full deep cleanse. I haven't done one of those in a while. Usually I only do that type of thing with like the bathrooms, which bathrooms, it's just my dirty pleasure. I don't know why I like cleaning toilets as much as I do. I always think about how a lot of our hygienics came from witches. I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, like witches, they have all like the tinctures and stuff. Like they know all the different potions make you healthy. So I'd imagine they'd have to be pretty clean to keep everything organized. Like somebody like that specializes all that stuff, it's got to be difficult to know so many things and all the different concoctions that you can mix of different chemicals, but then have them all mixed up in each other like a mess. I would think you'd want to have it to be very orderly. Dr. Bronner's. You'd love Pressure Wash Simulator game. So fun to clean cars, buildings, and such. It actually sounds like it would be a fun time. You know, they were power washing the community that I live in, and it looked like those guys were having an absolute blast. Like they're just sitting up there chilling, just pressure watching the vinyl on the side of the house. And I'm like, that looks like some fun, dude. Just like a giant grown-up super soaker. Good times. Whoa. No bath bombs unless you can read all the ingredients and not 13-letter long bath bomb. Okay. Specifically 13 letters. I'm guessing there's like a spiritual undertone to that. Is that because it's the death card? Possibly. I don't know. Okay, I have to read through some of these. I have to focus. Brian, focus. I had a client with a deep block around cleaning. Total shutdown. Used regression to find the root. Did parts work to shift the resistance. Reframed cleaning equals self-care. Installed motivational anchors. That's actually super timely advice for giving me that, because I've had a lot of blocks around cleaning because I just kind of like making messes to a degree. Because I think just intuitively, I've always thought that I get a lot of my power and who I am through the chaos portion of life. And so it's probably just like an external projection of like my internal belief in how I need chaos to be around me in order to thrive. Like I would always tell myself since I was a kid, like, oh yeah, I'm at my best when my back's against the wall. Like when I'm under the gun, when I'm on fire, when things are like not going the best, that's when I am being the best version. It's when I grow the most. So it's almost like I pressure cook myself by not cleaning, which is the wildest cope you could possibly even say out loud. Like, yo, I don't clean so I can be the best version of myself. Wild. Insane. Yeah. Pains, bruises, supports relaxation. Okay, so I'm going to start taking Epsom salt baths regularly because I have not been doing it. But I did notice that the bath bombs that I would use kind of like I would get into the bath and I'd almost be like, I want to get out of the bath within 5 minutes, like almost immediately. Like I do not want to sit there in that stuff. Like, sure, it smells nice and it makes the water a certain color, but for some reason, I always just was like, I don't want to be in here. I should be doing something else. Block came from a childhood memory of cleaning as a punishment, became linked to shame and powerlessness. So their adult brain saw cleaning not as care, but as literal surrender. trying to think of that from like my own shoes with it, because it kind of was in my household growing up, like a punishment. And so that makes sense. Like when I feel like I have to clean, again, it's like I have to do something. Like there's somebody else forcing it, which is like those family systems. Like where is that thought even coming from? Because it's like I live in my own house. Like my mom's not going to come over and clean for me. No one's going to clean for me, but no one's also forcing me to clean. And I should just want to clean because it is mine. Whereas before, like when I was young, it was, it was kind of like a punishment, like go clean this, X, Y, and Z. Interesting. Hogan and Ozzy, sad times. God bless them. We betting on King Charles popping off here. How old is King Charles? Dude looks pretty old. So many 90s kids, celebrities dying recently. Prince William's prepped and waiting here. Proper clean is euphoric. Jesus, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to zoom out from the news and stuff. I think a lot of this stuff is already pre-scripted, which sounds terrible to say. I get that. But to a degree, like for how much control we've been subjugated by as like a main system of our life, like these things have kind of controlled us. They also can set us free and we can be free at any time, but it's just there's a lot of other things in the way of that because of the modern day world that we live in. So when I see like certain people dying all in unison all around the same time, and it's almost like, all right, what are they covering up with this? What are they using this as a cover for instead of talking about that they should be talking about? Are they trying to do something sneaky? Right? That's the way my brain at least thinks, because I don't trust the government whatsoever, nor should you. But I just love my other human beings. But the systems, I don't like the systems. Not saying that there's any bad people, but the systems have been corrupted. So even a good person that goes into a corrupted system, it doesn't matter. Like if your engine has burnt oil and has not been changed, you could put the highest grade of fuel into that engine and it will not run because the lubrication, the machine itself is fucked. The engine is fucked. So you can keep throwing in good fuel, and there's a lot of great people that join up into politics. They go in there with, a good intention. They're going to help people, save people, but then they get broken by the wheel of a bad structure. But that is all for politics. No more politics. I need to be better at not talking about them, because I used to love them way too much. My favorite conspiracy right now is that Ozzy Osbourne has been reincarnated to Tracia Peta's baby, who she unironically named him Aquaman. What? I love it. I love it. Like, if all the conspiracies could just be like true, I would love that so much. Life would just get so spicy so quickly. Everyone would just be like, what the fuck is the truth? And we're like, we don't know. Breathing, I guess. We can all agree on breathing. Breathing is good. But other than that, everything else, who knows? It's all up in the air. Have you smudged all the corners where energy tends to get stuck? White sage and Palo Santo wood. I have not, but let me take a picture of that real quick so I remember. It's kind of like blessing your house, right? So you don't burn it. You can just buy like white sage and the wood and you just smack it against the corner, or you like guess I'm a little confused. Holy shit. Okay, I'm missing way too many comments. What? Whoa, you guys are so far ahead of me. Okay. All right. We're going to lock in. The brooms to clean and the cats to keep rodents away. I knew her husband from Israel before he got famous. Interesting character. He thinks he's water personified. Ah, yes, Moses Lamau. Moshe. He's so random. They're such an interesting family. Also, I grew up with Gal Gadot's younger sister. Unreal how her acting went from total crap to amazing and back to total crap. We all joke there's a conspiracy there as well. Love Dr. Bonner's Castile soap, liquid concentrate, almond or peppermint or lavender. The best, lasts long time. Okay, I got the Dr. Teal's, but next time I'll have to get, or no, it sounds like Dr. Bonner's is just a different soap. Okay. I might actually have Dr. Bonner's soap or Broner's soap. Seems familiar. It might be my dish soap that I have downstairs. Not dish soap, hand soap. Okay. So good that you're aware of this pattern. What acting in Wonder Woman? Yay. Whoa. Guys, chill. Don't make fun of Wonder Woman. No, I agree. That movie was awful. That was not good at all. Model as an actor. That sounds like Sigma male propaganda. What is this conversation? What am I missing out on in the comments? Okay, I can answer this one. Cristiano, how's the fast going? It's going well. I don't have any hunger pains or anything. So not sure how much longer I'm going to be on the live stream, but probably going to do 4:30 yoga and then have a buddy over to film a podcast later. So that will be a couple hours and still just not eat. So I'm going to extend it into tomorrow, and that will be my 3 days. But it is nice because like taking the time away from food, I notice sometimes when I eat too consistently, my mind kind of gives way to some less than positive thinking and thoughts. I just kind of get like bogged down a little, like consciously I slow down and I'm not able to actually like be present. So it's nice to just take some days away, deal with some inflammation inside of my body. But yeah, otherwise it feels pretty good. I haven't done an extended one for a while. So we'll see how day 3 feels tomorrow. Take the Epsom salt and mix it with essential oils, tea tree, or lavender, etc., depending on the need. Okay. Psychodynamic psychotherapy and hypnosis. Jeez. That sounds like a lot of fun. I have no idea. How do you like what do you how do you prepare for that? Because the hypnosis part is like throwing me here. Psychotherapy, psychodynamic psychotherapy. And then you hypnotize them. Interesting. I'm en route to a PhD so I can practice more thoroughly. I do it as a side job now, research consulting full time. And you actually started as a stage entertainment hypnotist, wild trajectory. You are now chicken. You now are free of trauma. That's hilarious. Like, actually hilarious. Times like that, I like to start talking about our Puritan roots. Organization helps me focus. What do you mean by they redo money real quick? Because that's kind of the sense that I'm feeling financially in the US as well. Something they're going to do something with the currency. I just feel it, but it's going to be around some big event so they can like kind of backdoor it in so nobody can fight against it. The fall of the empire is imminent. Oh, I love this. So many conspiracies going on in this chat right now. It's the soap. I like how I'm just having this like fasting conversation with Cristiano, and you guys are absolutely popping off about conspiracy theories and hypnotism. Like, what is happening right now? Christine, what are you doing? And dip. I love it though. But trying to keep up is crazy. So hard to. Maybe a whale would not be the best option. We should keep it simple. Maybe ant, perhaps lemur. Out of context, they redo all the financial plans and rebrand the pictures on money. Then the stock market goes all wobbly, jelly, messy for a day or so when a royal dies here. Yep. How do you guys feel about The Simpsons? About the whole like Trump going bye-bye thing? I think that'd be spicy. I think that's kind of, I don't know if they're gonna take that approach to it, but again, like the video, I did one yesterday. Not sure if I want to post it, to be honest, because I was not in alignment very well. But like the Epstein list keeps coming up in my mind and in other people's minds around me. So I don't know if that's just like I'm focusing on something outside of myself, but I think that's going to be the big like 5D revolution is if that thing does come out and people actually see how many people that were good and bad, both sides, everyone being on that list. I wonder if that's going to be like one of those shock and awe moments where it's like, oh, wait, fuck, like let's all wake up as humans and stop trying to pick sides and just be better. Choose Christ consciousness instead of trying to outsource to somebody else to fix our problems all the time. But either way, who knows? I should probably just not pay attention to it whatsoever. It's just difficult when my phone is like constantly like, oh, brother, you want a Google update? I'm like, no, I really don't. And he's like, here you go. Google sends me something. Yeah, you want to hear the latest news? I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You turn on the TikTok, you put on YouTube, anything. She's like, first thing, I'm like, God, jeez. I just want to walk around with a blindfold on. People on TikTok have predicted his death to be at the end of August. I forgot the date. There's a new South Park I was about to watch when I saw your video. Lamau, go full spicy. You spicy, not mild. That's true. I probably should go full spicy, but like I love conspiracies, but that's the thing is like, is that my highest? Is that what I should be doing? Is like going crazy? Like rabbit holing all the time? Because it's like if all of it's just an illusion either way, what's the point of wasting your time focusing on it? And then if it is an illusion and I'm spending my time, not only that, but I'm doing a disservice to humanity by like saying, hey, go look over here, look at this thing, look at how bad this stuff is. Because then now people are taking their focus, they're taking their conscious awareness and they're putting on stuff being bad, which I can't see that as being a good thing to do. But yeah, the predictive programming of The Simpsons is, I can't tell if it's predictive programming or if this is planned programming. And they've been behind like everything since the start because it's already been done. Like all of this has been done. I'm a firm believer that the main stage, all these people are paid actors. And like the bad guys, they already lost. Christ consciousness came back. And at the highest levels of things, there's like leadership that they're changing over stuff currently. But the bad guys, whoever the bad guys are, they've already lost. They've already been dealt with. Everyone's just a paid actor at this point or a hologram. But I absolutely do not expect anyone else to share that because that's kind of an insane belief that a lot of these people are just like not real humans and they're like hologram beings. Still in a system, but it would be satisfying for sure. Outsourcing my problems to my future self and limiting media sources has been so calming. I'm enjoying paying attention to it because Trump doesn't like it. You know what I love is being historically a conservative person. So most of the conversations I have or people I run into, they just assume that like, oh yeah, you must love Trump. I'm like, he's part of the bad guys too. Okay. He's an elite just like the rest of them. Like, look at how they deal with situations. Look at how all of this, it's still so much warmongering, still so much fear programming. Like, if he were one of the good guys, like genuinely one of the good guys, he would be fighting much harder to make things actually better for everyone instead of just for himself and his elite buddies. Because a lot of what he does is there's like high levels of market manipulation. I have a buddy at the gym who he's a high level finance director for Morgan Stanley. And it's insane because he kind of tracks it sometimes. He's like, yo, him and his buddies, they're making a buku bucks because every time there's any amount of drama between him and like Elon or him and like California, him and big tech, him and China, him and Russia, they play it up and then they roll it back. So they play it up like it's way worse than it was. It affects the stock market. They get all of their pricing in. They change the commodities that they're invested in. They sort of index things out to different products. And then they make buku bucks. They sell. And then they rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Seems a little strange. A little strange. I thought that was supposed to be illegal. Did you hear of this, Cristiano? No, I didn't. I'm enjoying a regulated nervous system. I'm not in the loop on purpose. Ah! Foot pimping show. See you, Dip. And I'll see you, Christine. Have a blessed day, you guys. And then speaking of which, I think it's like 1:40. We're almost at 2 hours. So I'm going to read the rest of these comments that are posted. And I'm probably going to hop off because I got to get this guy outside. He's got to go to the bathroom for sure. Huh. I love your comment, by the way, of if you want to full on discuss fruit for the rest of your channel, that's your bliss. I'm fully on board, for example. If it's your joy, go for it. If not, why waste time? That's like so important. I think everybody just has to hear that. Because that's been the difficult part for me is I'm not entirely sure what my bliss is. I'm very blissed out when I'm chilling. Like I'm aggressive at the art of chilling. And my ability to just relax and just hang out. But is that the most productive, I guess, use of my time? And how does that translate into the world, the real world, and work experience and all that type of stuff? So that'll be fun. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Love seeing you all on here. Pam, Cristiano, Christine. I think Christine already left. We got Vercingetorix. Simpsons was warning until it became meta. Thank you for joining. Love you guys. I don't know if Shane is still on here. Probably not. I know it's been like a 2-hour one. You're clearly phenomenal as a share. I thank you so much. I try my best. I just don't know what I'm sharing all the time. I think a big next step for me is I would like to see about streaming stuff while like I love playing video games. So I was like, well, what if I just like share my love for playing a game? And it's just like it's all joy. It's all joy based. And then I can do that and hang out with my brother and play games with him and just tell him, hey, shh, let's watch it on some of the words. Let's not get too crazy. I think that'd be a lot of fun. All right. Huh. Yeah, I got a lot to think about. But I'm gonna get off, guys. All right, I'm gonna get to yoga, relax, and then I will be posting a new video tomorrow, maybe, possibly. It depends. Probably not though, because I have my nephews. So I'm gonna be going over, hanging out with my nephews for most of the day, and then if I'm back at night, I will be able to render the video out and post it. And I'm gonna make sure that we have a spicy one, very spicy. And yes, white socks, absolutely. I'm gonna tell the guy at the gym when I run into him, be like, hey, white socks, white socks. Although something tells me you would enjoy it if I put on the long socks with the tacos on there. Yeah, exactly, dude. You guys already know white socks, spicy content. It's gonna be a good time. He's a screamer in a metal band, so that will be a fun conversation for sure. We're just gonna be like chilling on the couch. I probably won't even talk about anything like too deep, like quantum realms or vibrations or energy, because I'm gonna be just interested in. Tell me about music, bro. Tell me about music. All right. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. I will see you very soon. I will be, I'm going to try and stick to it. I'm going to tell myself, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to start live streaming much more. I do enjoy doing this a hell of a lot. So I'm going to start trying to shift my mindset into doing this. And then whatever we talk about here, I can always make a standalone video that is much shorter, because the 30-minute plus long ones just by myself in front of a whiteboard is not resonating so much with me at the moment. So thank you guys for being here while I have my mini crash out. It has been an amazing conversation. I will talk to you all very soon. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.